Good morning, students. Welcome back to new session. In this session, we are going to learn about how to represent the rational numbers on a number line. You can see these are the norms, ground rules to represent any number on the number line. Two equal rational numbers correspond to the same point on the number line. If P by Q lies to the right of R by S, then P by Q is greater than R by S. If P by Q lies to the left of R by S, then P by Q is less than R by S. All rational numbers lying to the left of 0 are negative. All rational numbers lying to the right of 0 are positive. Representing 9 by 7 on the number line. Now can you see 9 by 7 is nothing but mixed fraction. It is 1, 2 by 7 which represents 9 by 7. That is, the 9 by 7 is greater than 1 and less than 2. In between 1 and 2, you are going to make 7 equal parts. In that second part is denoted with 9 by 7. Similarly, if you are representing minus 7 by 5 on the number line, it is minus 1, 2 by 5. So here it is less than minus 1 and greater than minus 2. As it is negative number, it should be represented in between minus 1 and minus 2, 5 equal parts, and the second part from minus 1 will be minus 2 by 5. So how the representation of rational numbers on the number line? Natural number starts with 0, whole numbers start with 0, 1, 2, 3, and whole numbers also similarly. Then integers, you can see, extend the line backward to include the negatives. So insert all the fractions in rational numbers, algebraic and real numbers. You can see the number lines how it looks. So we are going to start exercise 1.2. State whether the following statements are true or false. Justify your answer. Every irrational number is a real number. Yes. Collection of irrational numbers includes in real number. Every point on the number line is a form root m, where m is a natural number. False. No negative number can be the square root of any natural number. So it is a false statement. Every real number is an irrational number. It is also false. As we have a real numbers, the collection of rational and irrational. 3 is a real but not irrational. You can take the example. Are the square roots of all positive integers irrational? If not, give an example of the square root of a number that is a rational number. So already we discussed in the previous session, under root of perfect squares are rationals and square root of non-perfect squares are irrational. So example, you can take root 4 or root 1 or root 9 or root 16. These are all rational numbers. So already we discussed. Now we are going to represent any number on a number line. So in this slide you can see we are going to locate root 2 on the number line or root 3 on the number line. Basically, when you are going to represent irrational number, that is square root of non-perfect square, then we should go through with the Pythagoras theorem. Generally, the hypotenuse of a right triangle with two sides as 1 unit is the root 2. As we know that the hypotenuse square equal to side square plus side square, that is equals to 2. That hypotenuse will be equal to root 2. Hypotenuse square equal to 2, then hypotenuse equal to root 2. So based on this Pythagoras theorem, we are using to locate on a number line root 2. Now we have taken AB as 1 unit, and on B we are going to draw a perpendicular line. So mark 1 unit from B to C. Then after marking BC 1 unit, you are going to join OC. So you can see here OC is the root 2 as the O means that is AC. Here O 0 to C, that is AC is root 2 because it is an hypotenuse of a right triangle with 1 unit of 2 sides. So hypotenuse equal to under root of side square plus side square. Based on this theorem, you have got root 2. Similarly, if you draw a perpendicular line from C. If you draw a perpendicular line from C, here you can see CE is a perpendicular and to AC, and CE is 1 unit. Now you can see, now ACE is a right triangle with AC and CE as hands of right angle. Hypotenuse is AE. AE equal to under root of root 2 square plus 1 square. You can see you will get AE as root 3. From there you can extend an arc to a number line. AF represents root 3. Similarly, if you want to represent root 5, we will take 2 units. 2 units as AB, 1 unit as BC. Then AC will be root 5, under root of 2 square plus 1 square, which gives you root 5. So based on Pythagoras theorem, we are going to represent root 2, root 3, root 5. You know that root 4 is nothing but 2. The point will be exactly here. Root 4 is nothing but 2. It represents 2 units on number line. So we can take any value for each unit. According to your convenience, you can take any value for unit, but all the units must be equal. That is 0 to 1 and 1 to 2 should be equal length, and BC should be equal to half of AB, because AB is 2 units, BC is 1 unit. BC should be equal to half of AB. Now practice any one of these problems. Locating under root of 7, under root of 11, any 2 digits, 1 digit, any number. That's the reason I gave you a question mark. Any number which is not a perfect square, you can check. You can try with some similar kind of problems. Thank you, my dear students. That's all for today.